support and help the channel grow by liking this video.
Yo, check it out. Some of you might not know this, but I wrote a few novels, and this is the first real full feature-length novel I've written since starting my YouTube channel. So I built this house and then was running the YouTube channel, so I finally got around to writing another novel, and this one's about YouTube. You can see like Hollywood, the people, YouTube guy, paparazzi, fancy cars and stuff. And I try to make the cover like a YouTube video. Like, this is the video, here's the name, the great influencer, and then, you know, subs, likes, thumbs up, thumbs down, and this is like the comment. This is all so backwards in this camera view. Anyway, at least from what I'm looking at here. So this is an author copy. I'm kind of adjusting. This came in the mail and just barely, it looks like it's cut off. Here's the other one I was working on. That one was a little better, but it's the page count was all messed up, like the spacing in here. So I, you know, fixed the spacing comparatively. Anywho, kind of cool, huh? So it's just about, oh my gosh, my throat. It's about a kid who moves out to California to become YouTube famous. And it's kind of like, essentially, if you moved to California and you're starting a small channel and you went and you met David Dobrik. I mean, that's not who it is in the book. That's kind of what I was going for. And if he had just taken you into his little vlog squad deal. And so yeah, it's, you know, like a rags to riches, but it's also based off of the Great Gatsby. So there's kind of that whole, like, you know, his cousin Tom and Daisy are YouTubers and they're like old school famous. And then Jason Cross would be the Gatsby character, who's kind of like, you know, he kind of plays the role of like a David Dobrik, like the head of, you know, this vlog squad. They're called the Dandy Squad. And he likes Daisy, and he's like the new, he used to be a Vine star. He became a TikTok star, and then now he's breaking on YouTube and becoming huge, you know, coming out with vlogs. And he's using that influence to pick up a vulnerable Daisy, whose husband Tom kind of gets caught cheating on her, kind of like in The Great Gatsby. And then, you know, YouTube happens, and then the main character, Nick, of the YouTube channel Nick All The Way, because it's Nick Calloway in the original, is he becomes, you know, he's like really growing and benefiting from all this fame, but then you know, there's drama and all this other stuff, and he's trying to harbor Daisy and Cross, you know, their infidelity and Tom's and all that. And it's kind of ironic because I've written this, and I kind of based it, you know, loosely off of like the lifestyles of the biggest YouTubers. That's how kind of the David Dobrik thing comes in. And so in this book there's a tragedy, kind of like the original with the car crash, but in it they're live streaming, and Jason Cross, who's like the David Dobrik kind of character, he takes the blunt and takes the blame for kind of, you know, we were live streaming and there's a car accident, and then the world kind of comes down on him for this accident. And then as I'm writing this, I don't know if you guys have heard kind of the drama around the actual David Dobrik, where they're really with the I want to say tractor, the excavator, where his one buddy, he swung around and the kid hit it and got really injured. I think almost went blind. I don't know if he's okay now or not, but had to have surgery and stuff. And it was just really drama filled with them. Oh yeah, and there was other allegations and the dirty Dom stuff that was just messed up. That too. I shouldn't forget that. But all that happened, it was like the world just came on to, you know, David Dobrik at that time. He was just taking the brunt of it, and I was like, damn, that's kind of what happens here. But, I don't know. I had a lot of fun writing it. Dedicated it to Brian, Dave, and all of those subscribed to the Whispersoft YouTube channel. That's you guys. So thanks, guys. I used a lot of my knowledge from this channel to, you know, for a lot of the concepts and an insider scoop of what you see from the inside of YouTube as a creator and the kind of things you're looking at and some of the mindsets you have. It was a huge insight here. So, yeah. If you guys are interested, you should check it out. I'll put a link to the Amazon down below, or you just go to Amazon and type in Brett Wellman, and that's me. Yeah, you can check it out. I'd appreciate it if any of you did. I don't know, I don't really have any other way to get the word out other than you guys. So yeah, if you want to read about a rags to riches kids moving to Hollywood to become YouTube famous and then falling in line with a super popular creator and all the fancy cars and parties and all that, and making fun videos that goes with it. This is it. Yeah. I think it turned out pretty good. I like it. I like the cover too. Actually, the Kindle version, I think the 28th of July this month is going to be free. So you could actually pick up a free copy of the Kindle version. Which, hey, I don't know. I appreciate it, guys, though. And I'd love to hear what you think, because I'm going in blind on this one. And I always use the feedback of my reviews and what I hear from people. I always put it into my next book, you know, try to listen and improve. And yeah, so far, pretty well. This is an undiscovered book. Yes, you guys are hearing about it. It's just kind of sitting in its own little spot there. And I'd love to get as much feedback as I could. Anyway, this is, yeah, The Great Influencer by Brett Wellman. Dun, dun, dun. It's a fun one. Oh, and as far as the Great Gatsby stuff, my goal with this book was to make a comparable book. So you could read this, and then if you had to read The Great Gatsby at school, you can really relate to, like, this is real modern day stuff that's going on. In The Great Gatsby, they're looking at, like, bootleggers and stuff in the 1920s that maybe people kind of dreamed about doing, like becoming rich bootlegging in the Prohibition and all that. And this is kind of like, there's YouTube, TikTok, all that stuff, and all these just celebrities, from YouTube, and what it's like, to live out in California and be able to afford the fancy cars just because of this, and then be with all the other creators and all that. And then I wanted to be able to compare that to the old book of the 1920s, and it's a very similar story. It's still its own, and I've changed a lot, and some characters, I think Jordan in particular is completely different in this book and holds more of a love story with the main character that's successful, where in the original it was all about how she was shallow, and here I gave her more of a made her get along with the main character more. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. I'll put a link down below. Yeah, if you like The Great Gatsby, let me know what you think about the comparison. Alright, that's it. First book, full feature-length novel I've put out since starting this YouTube channel. That's crazy, because I've written like 10. And I've had this channel for like 6 years. It's a long time. That's a long time. Anyway,